Introducing the Nexxus 360, D'Addario's first rechargeable omnidirectional tuner. Visible at every turn, from any angle, no matter where you wind up. Nexxus 360, built for your next stage.
Hey everybody, this is Perry with Premier Guitar in Nashville, Tennessee at Marathon Music Works with a very special, very foreign guest today. We got Jeff from Parkway Drive. What is up, dude?
Ready to rock, mate.
It's rules.
I'm in the home of music, so
it is.
Yeah,
Music
I'm stoked
City.
to be here.
Yeah. One of the things that I absolutely love and adore about hardcore is that two dudes from opposite sides of the planet can meet and have probably a million mutual friends and have immediate fun conversations like we've already started having. But, first things first, let's talk about your signature, man. How did this come to be? Did ESP approach you? Did you, how did that work?
Yeah. They, we'd been with them for, quite a long time as it is. And they were like, hey, do you want to work together? Do you want to have your own guitar? And for me, that was like, wow, I can't believe that because, all my favorite artists, growing up, all the bands that I love, guess what? They're jamming along playing ESPs.
Right.
So, for me, getting that opportunity, it was a no-brainer, and it was a huge win.
Grab one. Let's talk about it really quick because there's some interesting little details about this. Now, how much input did you have in the design? Did you pick the body shape?
So I've always sort of played, this classic,
Strat style.
Yeah, this kind of style. Kurt Hammett from Metallica, he's one of my all-time favorites.
For sure.
So I always like the visual look. I do have the odd one with the reverse headstock like he does. But at the end of the day, this kind of shape was what I wanted to base everything off. So
it's nice, man.
Yeah, and I just got the can't falter the 81s.
I think it's our age, dude, because people younger than us are all onto some other shit, but for whatever reason, my ears are dialed in for an 81 sound.
Me
I love
too.
it.
And who knows, maybe we're just creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And it's just this is all we know, and we're just, can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Maybe.
But I have tried, I've tried all the latest and greatest, and I don't know, there's just something about these things that just seem to, cover everything I want to do. So.
Dude, one of the biggest advantages, I think, to transcending hardcore into the metal band that you guys have become is you're on stages so big you can have a fucking pointy headstock.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's the thing. These things used to be lethal weapons.
It's dangerous, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Back in the days when we used to have people storming the stage and, just hitting us and, I'm, fearful, you hit someone with that and particularly here, you're getting sued and you're never coming back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's actually, that's a point, but yeah, we're sweet now.
Yeah.
We don't have the stage invasions too much anymore.
Yeah, anyone that's ever caught a Stephen Carpenter signature to the face can attest to that sucks.
Absolutely.
So bad.
Near-death experience.
Let's talk strings and gauges because I know that you guys have a couple of different tunings on this run.
Correct.
And so this is set up obviously for what, B?
Yeah, so this is drop B. So we've got a 60 on the bottom here.
A bass drum.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. They have to be kind of
thick daddy.
Got a bit of tension there. Otherwise, you lose tuning and it just feels weird.
Sure.
I play I play down what am I 62 to 10. So I actually have these fairly light on the bottom. Because I'm getting older and I don't want to work any harder than I have to.
Yeah, totally. That took me a long time to figure out.
Yeah. I mean, I mess around. If I'm playing more and my fingers are feeling strong, I'll up it to 11. I'll up every string up a little bit, so it's a little bit more of a challenge and a little bit more resonance and all that. But yeah, quite often, I'll just leave these pretty loose and easy to bend and all that. So.
No, was string through a design choice for the sustain or?
Yeah, I mean, I like sustain. I've actually been struggling with that a little bit on this tour. When we play in Europe, we have these massive, side fill and all these foldbacks everywhere, and I can kind of just lean up to it and get it nice, where I'm getting that nice sustain. But you know, for solos, if I want to hold a note or something like that. But I've had a bit of trouble with that on this tour.
And these are neck through construction as well, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the body wood is, do you know?
This is alder
Cool.
wood. Yeah. So
Man.
very solid. I mean, I've bashed the hell out of these things, and I've basically never been out of tune. Like maybe like if I accidentally belt something, you know, like super hard and it physically hits it, but I don't even. The tuning is so good that I don't even check during the show.
Damn.
Like, and you know, I spend a lot of time in the studio. My ears know when things off by 4 cents or whatever.
Sure.
And I don't even have to look. And that's a big one, you know, like
Locking tuners are a big deal for metal, for sure.
Total game changer.
And you're playing telephone poles for strings, so that kind of helps.
That helps
too,
as well.
right?
That helps as
right
well.
on.
Yeah.
I love the one volume, one switch. That's so slick.
Yeah,
dude.
and like that's kind of like a bit of a Parkway Drive thing too. Like we found in the past, like the more we make things, you know, like we try and do heaps of different pedals and all these chords going patching in out of here, you know, oh, effects loop this, let's try this, the more trouble we have, you know. One of those chords goes, and then your whole rig stuff, you know, you're miming, you're trying to solo and I'm miming, I'm like, well, I'm not even coming out of the PA, what do I do, you know, because one of these things
it's so uncomfortable, because what do you do? Yeah,
you're screwed,
weird.
you know, and so, you know, that our mentality is, you know, you're better off simplifying a bit for the confidence that you'll get from the fact that there's a 99.9% chance your shit's not going to fuck up.
Nothing's fucking up. Love that. Yeah.
That's kind of like our thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, and we'll get to the rest of your rig in a minute because you guys have kind of got it bulletproof at this point. So we've got this for, you know, older stuff and heavier stuff.
Correct.
And identical backup.
That's right. Just in case.
Totally.
Which is a waste of time because I've basically never needed it ever. So.
Right.
But yeah, got one just in case.
And then for the E standard songs, you're going with an Eclipse?
Yeah, so this is just a you know, LTD standard. Yeah, so this one we actually got sent over. So she's brand new. I can still feel the frets.
Oh, you got some doing the fluence, huh?
Yeah. So
tune?
That's the thing. Yeah, I put one of them in because the song that we're playing, which is in E standard. It's called Darker Still.
New record is also named that. You guys should check that out.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's the new record, Darker Still. Yeah, so I tried the fluence in there, and it was pretty cool. So I've just put it in this one as well, you know, to keep things, kind of the same as the record. So. Yeah,
those are great, man. Tried and true.
Yeah. So that's something different for us, but only for one song though.
I've always loved Eclipses because, first and foremost, they're pretty inexpensive. I don't have to worry about taking out a Gibson or something like that.
Absolutely.
And, like, having it stolen.
Too
or
heavy as
breaking
well.
the neck or
you
something.
Know, like,
and
plus,
they're heavy as shit.
And plus, you know, if you're playing live, if one song with a Gibson, you're going to finish like this.
Yeah.
You know, you want to back brace.
Totally.
Or you want to be doing deadlifts, you know, months in advance.
Plus, at our age, guys, you get ready for it. It's coming for your ass. Your back will fucking hurt.
As soon as your hair color goes this color, you gotta.
That's why I keep it so short on the sides, because it's all gray, bro. All right, cool. So, love your guitars. Before we move on, do you mind going through Luke's stuff? Unfortunately, he can't be here. He had a little problem with his eardrum or something today.
Yeah, he's got this thing called surfer's ear. We're all crazy surfers. Like, if you put us on the spot and said, choose music or choose surfing, sorry, fans, it's over. The music's done. Out the window.
Damn, dude.
We're surfers that play music too.
I love that.
Anyway, so look, back to Luke. His ear is actually like there's the tiniest little gap of like where, you know, like sound can get into. So what happens there, like that's from the bone growing over because of the wind and the ocean blowing in his ear all the time. Yeah, we all get it. I luckily, it's not too bad for me yet. But in his case, he's just getting ear infections all the time. So yeah, he's just went to the doctor today, and now he's in bed. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to speak for Luke now.
Man,
and I'll do my
sorry,
best.
Luke. I was looking forward to meeting you, man.
Yeah.
So Luke has a signature as well.
Yep.
The Horizon model, I believe, right?
That's correct.
Cool.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
This is his signature model, much like mine. He's repping the 81 in the bridge and the 60 in the neck. So
love it.
We are similar, although his doesn't quite look as good as mine. If you can see that. He does have a slightly more safer headstock, but yeah.
Well, with proper placement, you could definitely put an eye out with that.
Yeah, you could. Honestly, you could.
Yeah.
But so this is his guitar. It's kind of strangely enough perfectly designed for him because I hate to say it, but it actually does sound better than mine in rhythms, like his zhug and chords and all that kind of stuff.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. It's just like I think it's just got slightly more accurate mids or something for like getting the pick, sustain and all that kind of stuff. But
interesting, yeah.
But for riffing, solos, leads, I've got him covered totally. So it's strangely worked out really well how we designed our guitars. Yeah. So
I love that it's nothing like over the. You could. ESP is known for making the craziest fucking shit on the planet, and I really, really love how down it's just demure. It's like it's handsome.
That's the thing. We're the opposite of classy, but at the same time, we're just not very loud.
Right.
People, right. Kind of like to just hang back.
I like that. I love Adam D. Don't get me wrong, but he's playing pizza guitars and crazy shit.
Totally. Well,
which for him, that's actually so on brand. It's perfect.
Oh, totally. Totally. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. That guy. So.
Yeah. So is this also a neck through construction?
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
Sure
I love that neck pocket that ESP does too. It's so you can get all the fucking way up there.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah. No. This one's a ripper too.
Yeah. And those ETs are so nice too, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it comes in an LTD version as well.
It would,
both of your versions.
No, it does. No, you're right.
Cool.
It does.
You guys have obviously, experimented with your sound a little bit in the past couple of albums.
Correct.
Which, kudos to you. There's only a couple of bands in the world that I will give a pass for making the same record over and over again. That's Bad Religion and Hatebreed.
Yeah.
You guys keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
But in your case, you guys are now on Kemper.
Correct.
Right? So before, I'm sure you were using 5150s.
Exactly. We were we tried all different kinds of heads, but the PV, it's tried and tested. There's a reason why everyone uses them.
Absolutely, it's one of my favorite heads ever. I actually model it in my Axe Effects. I totally get it.
Yep.
What amp are you? Did you profile an amp? Or are you using something that's already in there?
So we've done a bunch of stuff. So on our last record, we modeled a bunch of our physical amps from home, which we don't usually get the chance to do because we're always recording elsewhere. So we did that, and what we're using live, Luke's using a 5150. What's his one? I think his is the 50 watt. The new one they've released, which is got really nice mids. I can't remember the exact details.
Is it the EL84 one?
I think it is. It's a new one, and it's just got this really nice more so than usual mid focus, which is when you're trying to cut through the venue here, that's a good thing.
Or if you have a guy on a 6L6 amp, it's a really nice combo.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice combo. So he's running that, and I'm actually trying something different for the first time ever. I'm on a Splawn Plexi.
Ooh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I am. So that's that's got there's a more of a smooth element to that. It definitely excels a lot in the leads and melodies and solo category, but he is kind of getting me in the riff offs and the he's cutting me down a tiny bit. So I might get greedy in the next tour and use a similar tone to what he's using for that's the beauty of the Kemper as well.
I was going to say my favorite thing about this is fuck it, play 3 amps if you want. Who cares?
And that's the huge leap forward with these, is that you can dial stuff in so hard, So that's on future tours. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get real greedy and use the Splawn for all leads and solos and stuff, and then I'll use something based off of 5150.
Now with that Splawn in the Kemper, are you adding some sort of distortion or something to get the?
Okay. There's a little just a little touch of the old tube screamer type things and all that.
Sure.
Just to give it that little bit of sustain and that, and cut it, get it cutting through a little bit more. But that's what I'm doing for now.
Traditionally, you guys haven't been a very effects heavy band. I've heard you have delay and some chorus and stuff on leads, but that's all just being modeled. It's probably whatever your pedal board was before. Right?
Honestly, the only thing that's and it's not even an extra because they come with them, but I'm using the wah pedal. I'm using the, what are they called? Expression pedals.
Just to do the wah.
Yeah.
So is that the only thing on stage with you? Is your tech making your changes?
100%. That's running the show. God. Yeah. It's easy.
Got the best job in the business, dude.
Well, man, it's just easy.
Yeah.
And for me, performing's about you enjoying yourself first and then connecting with the crowd. And if I'm sitting there, this is what I used to do, and I had this big pedal board, and I used to literally be doing this the whole time. I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? And I'm like, hang on, this isn't fun. I'm not enjoying myself.
Right.
I want to jump around and connect with this crowd.
Making mosh music, dude. You gotta.
I mean, everyone's got their thing. My thing is, I'm having fun on stage, and I'm happy to be there. And there's a lot of guitarists who are like, look at this. I can go 600,000 k's an hour, and that's not me. I can't do that. And I quit trying to do that a long time ago because other people do it too much better than me. But yeah, that's just my thing.
I find myself having
simple.
like little panic attacks if I have too much shit going on.
100%.
It's like, oh, I don't. This isn't fun.
And you don't need that when there's 5,000 eyes looking at you.
Not only that, like 6 million strobes going off in your freaking brain too.
Yeah, there's plenty of things to negotiate.
Because you guys have a fucking huge live show. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. Particularly in Europe and Australia and all that, we've got this whole other thing that we're really hoping to bring to the US really soon.
Yeah. So, well, it's not often that a hardcore band completely transcends hardcore into the You don't see hardcore bands fucking headlining Wacken Open Air Festival or winning ARIA awards.
You're totally right. It's pretty unusual, and
so it's kind of uncharted territory. It's happened a couple of times, but really, it's pretty rare. So, man, my hat's off to you. Fucking good on you, dude.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, right on. Well, thank you so much. I know you guys got soundcheck and everything else going on. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us.
No worries.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more rig rundowns, drum rundowns, all that fun shit. See you later.
Pleasure.